Columbia Pictures presents Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep in
Here, Jim.
All right, a little closer together. Come on, smile. That's right, look happy.
One thing that's nice about this project is that there are several lambs to select from here. If one off feed or fails to grow, why, Dick can select another one. In choosing the lamb that he wants to exhibit, he keeps several things in mind. He wants an animal that's wide from front to rear, with a fleece that's tight and uniform as possible, and one that's strong along the top. It looks like he's found the one from his flock that most nearly satisfies these requirements. This is a good time to give the lamb its first lesson in walking with a handler. Notice how Dick has his left hand under the jaw there and the right hand on the dock. In this manner, he has the lamb under control at all times.
Here's a reenactment of another frequent cause of suffocation. Carbon monoxide from an automobile exhaust. If there's someone around to run for help, fine. But remember, every second counts. And it even takes time to get him out into fresh air, which is the first thing you must do. Then you must try to get fresh air into his lungs immediately.
He looks blue.
Carbon monoxide
The washing process removes all the lanolin from the fleece for several weeks. Wool can't be worked during that time. That's the reason for washing the lamb so far ahead. The combined action of the water, soap, and Dick's hands gets all of the dirt, hayseeds, and chaff from the wool. Squeezing the wool swishes the water through the fibers, carrying all of the extra dirt with it. A lamb doesn't take to water as readily as a duck, but this one doesn't seem to mind it too much. Running water from the hose will rinse the soap out after the washing, and for the next few weeks the lamb will be in a pen with an ample amount of bedding. This prevents the show animal from getting too dirty. About a week to 10 days before time, Dick again places the lamb on the trimming stand.
sometimes causes a cherry red color. This boy is cyanotic blue because of a shortage of oxygen in his blood.
Into the cosmic unknown, a strange new world. A world of new sights, new sounds, new sensations. A world that, as the countdown continues, will come dramatically alive for you as it does for all Americans.
So Nazis identify these as Stukas dive-bombing Warsaw during the repression of the Polish underground last fall. Scene of a diving Stuka, first used in a Nazi film on the Battle of France. Hits on Warsaw last year are intercut with material filmed 4 years before.
Now he's ready to start the trimming process that's often called blocking the lamb. The tool he uses is a number 2 wool card. It has many bent wires to pull the millions of wool fibers out so that they can be. By twisting the wrist just right, these fibers are pulled upward. Dick doesn't card the sides, but just the top to start with. By working the animal in stages, he can do a complete and thorough job. He starts with the top, then the sides, followed by the rear and front. After the carding is done, he's ready to trim the fibers uniformly, and for this job, he again uses the shears. It's very important to have a good pair of sheep shears to do this. Always have a whetstone handy, too, to sharpen them, as Dick has here. Sharp shears produce far better results than dull ones. Poor equipment in either the carding or shearing will make this job very difficult. Nicks are the main danger while you're shearing. Notice how Dick is using the shears. He uses the bottom blade to merely carry the shears along the wool. The bottom blade is held almost stationary while the top blade moves up and down. Start at the rump and go all the way forward to the shoulders.
His rescuer is trying to supply it with the arm lift method. But method just won't work. If the rescuer's hands are busy lifting the arms and squeezing the chest, how can he keep the air?
The Russians devour every edible they can lay their hands on.
To ensure no bobbles in his work, Dick is going to move the stand over a little bit now so that he can get a little better sunlight. And since it's very important to make the sheep look as wide as possible, Dick will use his shears here and square off the dock first. Now this line across the sheep makes the rib of the sheep look much wider. Avoid taking any wool off the sides, either at the rear or along the back.
Hook in your intercom at Mercury Control. It is T-minus 15 seconds and counting.
Superman, it's good to see you.
And it's good to see you, too. How is the little queen? Feeling better?
Please, don't ever say that word again.